If you're reading this, it's likely you've journeyed through several decades of change, growth, and perhaps more trials than you ever imagined facing. Along the way, you've poured your energy into building careers, nurturing families, and striving toward those life milestones we're all taught to chase. But now, as you step into the later chapters of life, I want to share a perspective that feels not only timely but essential. It's a message that may surprise you in its simplicity. Do less. At first glance, this idea might seem counterintuitive, maybe even at odds with a world that constantly urges us to do more. More work, more hustle, more engagement, more of everything. But pause for a moment. Reflect on the path you've walked. You've already spent a lifetime meeting expectations, achieving goals, and carrying the weight of responsibilities. The real question now is this: what truly matters at this stage? What deserves your time, your energy, and your heart? This is an opportunity to redefine the way you live, to shift from striving to savoring, from endless doing to meaningful being. Perhaps it's time to embrace the beauty of stillness, the richness of simplicity, and the joy of focusing on what truly brings you peace and fulfillment. After all, isn't that the essence of a life well lived? 1. Doing less is the key to true fulfillment. When I say do less, I'm not advocating for giving up or disengaging from life entirely. Instead, I'm encouraging you to be more deliberate about how you allocate your energy. By now, you've likely come to appreciate that time is the most valuable resource you have. For years, society has pushed us to chase success through relentless effort, the accumulation of material wealth, and the pursuit of status. But as you stand at this point in life, isn't it worth asking if this approach still serves you? What if success isn't measured by how much you have, but by how deeply you live? Many of us were taught to equate happiness with external achievements, whether it's financial security, professional accolades, or social standing. Yet the more life we live, the clearer it becomes that true happiness cannot be bought or won. It grows from within, cultivated by focusing on the things that genuinely bring us joy and fulfillment. So pause for a moment and consider, what do you want to release from your life? Is it the constant stress, the never-ending obligations, or the incessant noise that fills your days? In the stillness of reflection, many of us discover that the key to lasting happiness isn't in accumulation, but in liberation. Freedom from the grind, from unnecessary commitments, and from tasks that no longer hold meaning. Let this be your invitation to redefine your priorities. Instead of striving to do more, embrace the beauty of doing less, but with intention, clarity, and a heart open to what truly matters. Life's richness lies not in how much you achieve, but in how authentically you choose to live. 2. Reevaluating value time over money. In a world where wealth is often seen as the ultimate measure of value, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We've spent much of our lives working hard, saving diligently, and planning for the future. But what happens when that future becomes the present? What becomes the true currency of life when you're 60, 70, or 80 years old? Take a moment to reflect on what you value most now. Is it the balance in your bank account, or the possessions you've accumulated? Or is it the time you have left, precious moments to connect with loved ones, savor life's simplest joys, and fully embrace the beauty of the here and now? As the years go by, these experiences often outweigh anything money can buy. That's not to say that money doesn't matter. It certainly provides security and comfort. But after a certain point, No amount of financial gain will bring you more happiness if your basic needs are already met. Instead, the question shifts. How will you use the time you have? At this stage, time becomes the most irreplaceable resource. Treat your time with the same care and intention as you once treated your finances. Invest it wisely in the things that bring you fulfillment, the people who make your life meaningful, and the passions that ignite your spirit. Because while money can be saved and earned again, time, once spent, is gone forever. Let this be a gentle reminder to cherish every moment and live with purpose. 3. Less work, more life. Escaping the pressure. For much of our lives, we've been conditioned to believe that relentless hard work is the only path to success and happiness. Yet as we step into a new chapter, many of us are beginning to see the truth. Working harder doesn't always mean living better. In fact, it often pulls us away from the moments and connections that matter most. Whether you've already retired or are simply contemplating a slower pace, this stage is an invitation to rethink your relationship with work. For years, work may have been the center of your world, a source of purpose, identity, and structure. But life after work holds the promise of something even greater, the freedom to shape your days around what truly fulfills you. Ask yourself, what can I release? Are there obligations, routines, or activities that no longer bring you joy or contribute to your well-being? More importantly, what would you like to embrace? For some, it's rediscovering the simple pleasures, a peaceful morning walk, an afternoon spent with a favorite book, or the satisfaction of reviving an old hobby. For others, it's the excitement of trying something completely new, exploring untapped passions, or deepening connections with family and friends. This stage of life isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters most. The beauty lies in the choices you now have. You've worked hard to earn this freedom, and it's yours to use as you see fit. So take this opportunity to craft a life that brings you joy, purpose, and a deeper sense of contentment. After all, this is your time. Make it count. 4. Living on your own terms, subtract doesn't add. So often we're led to believe that the solution to life's challenges lies in adding more possessions, more achievements, more commitments. But what if the key isn't about accumulation at all? What if it's about subtraction? Now, in the later stages of life, it's the perfect time to pause and reflect. What is truly worth your time and energy? What enriches your life and what simply weighs you down? Outdated habits, societal expectations, or obligations that no longer serve you. There's a profound sense of liberation in realizing that you don't have to do it all. You don't need to cram every moment with tasks or fill every corner of your life with responsibility. Instead, imagine focusing on what truly makes you feel alive. Moments that bring you joy, people who uplift you, and activities that feed your soul. By simplifying your life and letting go of the unnecessary, you create space to breathe, to experience, and to savor life's most meaningful moments. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying no to what doesn't matter, so you can say a wholehearted yes to the things that do. This isn't just decluttering your schedule. It's a reawakening of purpose, a way to reclaim your time and energy for the things that truly matter. 5. The joy of simple pleasures, rediscovering what matters. At this stage of life, the moments that bring the greatest joy are often the simplest. A shared laugh with a loved one, the warmth of a quiet cup of coffee, or the gentle melody of birdsong at dawn. These are treasures that cost nothing but fill life with immeasurable richness. Unlike material wealth, which can be fleeting, these simple pleasures nourish the soul in ways money never could. We live in a society that constantly pushes us toward more accomplishments, more possessions, more recognition. Yet, as the years pass, many of us discover a profound truth. Joy is often found in having less. Less noise, less stress, less urgency. Peace emerges in the stillness, and contentment arises in the understated beauty of life's quiet moments. So, what are the things that truly light up your heart? Is it the serenity of a long walk under a canopy of trees, the warmth of reminiscing with an old friend, or the comfort of losing yourself in the pages of a good book? Whatever it may be, don't let these moments slip by unnoticed. Prioritize them. Make space for them. Because in the end, these simple joys, the ones that soothe, uplift, and connect you to the essence of life, will be the memories that matter most. Let them remind you of what it means to truly live. 6. Freedom from the opinions of others. If there's one truth that becomes crystal clear as the years go by, it's this: what others think of you doesn't define you. In our younger days, it's easy to get swept up in the opinions, judgments, and expectations of those around us. We shape our lives to fit their standards, often at the expense of our own happiness. But as time passes, we begin to see those opinions for what they truly are. Just fleeting thoughts from people who don't walk in our shoes. Whether it's how you dress, the decisions you make, or the way you choose to live, you owe no one an explanation. This is your journey, and you've earned the freedom to navigate it on your own terms. Stop wasting energy on what others might think. Instead, embrace the power of being unapologetically yourself. Wear what feels right to you, not what's in fashion. Pursue the activities that spark joy, not what others deem worthwhile. Release the burden of seeking approval, because it's a weight you no longer need to carry. At this stage of life, the only opinion that holds true value is your own. So stand tall in your authenticity, live boldly in your truth, and cherish the freedom that comes from letting go. This is your time. Live it fully and live it proudly. 7. The power of letting go, releasing control over the future. One of the hardest lessons to grasp as we grow older is learning how to let go, especially of the future we once imagined for ourselves. Many of us spent years, even decades, meticulously crafting plans, saving diligently, and dreaming of a picture-perfect life. But here's an undeniable truth. Life often unfolds in ways we never anticipated, and that's perfectly okay. There is a profound freedom in surrendering the need to control every detail of what lies ahead. Financial shifts, health challenges, and evolving relationships are all part of life's unpredictability. Instead of resisting these changes, consider this. What if the unpredictability itself holds unexpected blessings? Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means shifting your focus to what truly matters, the here and now. The present moment is the only one you have control over, and it's where life is happening. Ask yourself, what can I do today to bring a little more joy into my life? Is it savoring a quiet cup of tea, taking a walk in the sunshine, or calling a loved one just to say hello? By releasing rigid expectations and trusting that you've done enough to prepare, you create space for peace and unexpected joys. This isn't about abandoning plans altogether, but about embracing life's surprises with an open heart. After a lifetime of effort, responsibilities, and planning, you've earned the gift of living fully in the present. So let go of the what-ifs and should-haves. Embrace the freedom of now. Trust yourself, trust the journey, and allow yourself to find beauty and peace in the moments that unfold naturally. 8. Embracing gratitude is the path to lasting happiness. One of the most profound transformations we can experience as we grow older is the shift toward gratitude. In the later stages of life, it's natural to reflect on what's been lost: youth, certain abilities, or even loved ones. Yet just as important is the practice of acknowledging and cherishing all that remains. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's a way of life that can reshape how we perceive the world around us. By pausing each day to reflect on what we're thankful for, even the smallest blessings, we redirect our focus from what's missing to what's present. It could be the gentle warmth of the morning sun, the joy of hearing a child's laughter, or the simple pleasure of a breeze brushing against your face during a quiet walk. These seemingly ordinary moments are, in truth, extraordinary threads that weave a life of fulfillment and meaning. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the inevitable challenges of aging. It's about choosing to see the beauty that still surrounds us despite those challenges. This mindset invites us to embrace a deeper happiness, one that isn't tied to material things or ideal circumstances, but instead grows from appreciating life as it is right now. As we continue forward, gratitude can serve as a powerful guide, reminding us to hold on to each moment, each experience, and each person who still graces our lives. In the end, it's gratitude that transforms the simple into the sublime, turning everyday moments into treasures we carry forever. Let it remind you that even in the face of loss, there is still so much to gain when we live with an open and thankful heart. 9. Finding purpose in the everyday meaning beyond accomplishments. As we move through the later stages of life, it's natural to pause and ask, what is my purpose now? For much of our earlier years, purpose often felt tied to tangible achievements, climbing the career ladder, earning accolades, or nurturing and providing for a family. But in this chapter, purpose shifts from being something external to something deeply personal, found not in grand accomplishments, but in the gentle beauty of everyday life. Purpose is not a fixed destination. It's a dynamic, evolving presence that lives in the quiet moments of connection and care. It thrives in the heartfelt conversation with a dear friend, the wisdom shared with a younger generation, or the simple act of showing kindness to a stranger. Even small, unassuming gestures can carry profound meaning, offering richness and fulfillment that transcend external recognition. For many, this is also a time to rekindle passions and rediscover joys that may have been set aside during busier seasons of life. Whether it's gardening, painting, volunteering, or caring for a beloved pet, these modest pursuits hold the power to bring joy and a renewed sense of vitality. They remind us that purpose isn't about striving for more, but about savoring what already exists. Reflect on the life you've built and the relationships you've nurtured. Purpose isn't something to chase. It's woven into the small, intentional choices you make each day. It's about living authentically, staying present, and cherishing the moments that bring joy and meaning. At this stage, the true beauty of purpose lies in its simplicity. It's no longer bound by external accomplishments, but rooted in the essence of who you are and how you engage with the world around you. By embracing this perspective, you discover that purpose isn't something far away. It's right here, in the life you're living and the love you're sharing. Conclusion. Your life, your freedom, what a journey it's been. If you've come this far, Thank you for taking the time to reflect and embrace this moment with me. These later years of life are an extraordinary blend of looking back, navigating change, and uncovering a deeper, more authentic freedom. This is your time, the time to release the burdens that no longer serve you, to focus on what truly brings you happiness, and to live fully in alignment with your values. This chapter isn't about striving for more. It's about appreciating what remains and letting go of the noise and expectations that once weighed you down. It's about finding joy in the simplest of things: a heartfelt laugh with loved ones, the serenity of nature, or the quiet knowledge that just as you are enough. So what's next for you? Will you embrace the peace that comes with subtraction, less clutter, fewer distractions, and instead fill your days with meaningful moments? Will you let go of others' expectations and step boldly onto the path that feels right for you? Whatever you choose, remember this: you are free. Free to shape the rest of your journey, free to live on your own terms, and free to savor each moment as it comes. Enjoy this chapter, cherish it, and most importantly, let it be a celebration of your authentic self. Thank you for sharing this reflection with me. If you found this message inspiring or uplifting, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Your feedback means the world to us. Thank you for spending your valuable time here, and may your journey ahead be filled with peace and freedom.